Good morning, Cullman. Thank you for joining us on Cullman Today. I'm your host, Christine Wiggins, and today is Thursday, May 1st. Coming up on Cullman Today, Addison Principal retires, Tuck Everlasting, and Skills USA winners. All of this plus sports, weather, and more. Now let's take a closer look at the top stories happening in Cullman today. Addison High School principal Micah Smothers has known one career in his life, education. After 34 years as a teacher, coach, and principal at 3 different schools, Smothers is retiring. His last official day, June 30th. Smothers found his way into the education field after noticing his brothers, who were in education, had their summers off. So he changed his major from business to physical education. After teaching at Meek High School in Addison, Smothers became principal in 2010 and for the last 15 years has served in that role. He was the first Addison High School graduate that became principal at the school. He says the most satisfaction as a principal comes from seeing the kids grow from children to young adults and getting to know them personally instead of just as students. As far as his hopes for the future of the education system, he says he hopes for all students to know that they matter, that they're important, and that they are not just a number. When asked about his plans for the future, Smothers said he just wants to do what the Lord wants him to do. He suspects his family and farm will keep him busy, and he has a grandbaby coming in August to be excited about. Reporter Annabelle Howes was behind the scenes last week at the Cullman High School theater performance of Tuck Everlasting to bring us our next story.
The Cullman High School Theater Department performed Tuck Everlasting from April 22nd to 26th, with students pouring their hearts into each performance through acting, singing, dancing, or working behind the scenes. Many students graduating this upcoming May took time to reflect on their experience in the theater program, looking back fondly on the memories and friendships developed within the program. For seniors Jay Lee and Isabella Jacobs, Tuck Everlasting held personal significance and high emotion as the show came to a close.
Same people that have all these same interests as you, and just to take on a role, it's something great, something wonderful. And stage crew's fun, sets are fun, the atmosphere is just electric, and it really is something special. Specifically, this is my first role I've really had a big part in the show, first singing role and stuff. So that's been really special for me.
And it means I'm leaving my family. Being former family over the years, it's just great.
Cullman High's production of Tuck Everlasting brought a sense of magic to the audience, creating lasting friendships and memories that will last a lifetime for these graduating seniors. This has been Annabelle Howes with Cullman Today.
Wallace State Community College brought home 40 medals from the Alabama Skills USA Leadership Conference Championships and Career Expo held last week in Mobile. For more than half of the medals won were gold medals at 25, followed by 9 silver medals and 6 bronze medals. Gold medalist winners advanced to the National Leadership Conference and Skills USA Championship to be held June 23rd through 28th in Atlanta. Jerry Merckx, Dean of Applied Technologies at Wallace State, said that participation in Skills USA is a great training ground for the students to use the skills they've learned at Wallace State and that they will use in their respective fields. Wallace State students had multiple medalists in 7 categories, including a sweep in the diesel equipment category. And those are the top stories in Cullman today. Coming up, Good Hope downs Danville to capture the area championship. Sports is next. Welcome back. With the Class 4A Area 13 championship on the line, the Good Hope Lady Raiders faced off against Danville on Monday, and after falling behind early, the Raiders erupted for 10 runs in the fourth inning and went on to defeat Danville 14-7 to claim the area title. Good Hope will advance to compete at the North Regional Tournament in Florence next week. Danville scored on an error in the top of the first to take a 1-0 lead. The Lady Hawks added 3 more runs in the top of the second to move ahead 4-0, but Good Hope responded in the bottom half of the inning. The Raiders had runners on second and third with 1 out, and a suicide squeeze play by Maggie O'Neill brought home Natalie Miller to cut the lead 4-1. Addison Burgess scored on the passed ball to make it a two-run game. Haley Lay led off the third inning with a double, and Miller knocked the first pitch she saw into right field for an RBI double to make it a 4-3 game. A passed ball and a sacrifice put Danville in front 6-3 in the top of the fourth, but Good Hope's offense exploded in home half of the inning. With the bases loaded, a sacrifice fly from Campbell Koch made it a 6-4 game. A walk loaded the bases once again, and Molly Benefield squared up a 2-run double, tied the game at 6. 2 pitches later, Miller launched a 3-run home run over the center field fence to give the Lady Raiders a 9-6 lead. For the third time in the inning, Good Hope loaded the bases, and Lizzie Steed hit a sacrifice fly to make it 10-6. Kylie Smith lined an RBI double to right field to stretch the lead to 11-6, and Coca followed that up with another 2-run double to put the Raiders in front 13-6 going into the fifth. Brooklyn Lambert drove in a run on a ground ball in the fifth inning to make it 14-6. Danville was able to trim the lead to 7 in the top of the seventh, but couldn't chip away any more than that, and Good Hope secured the area title with a 14-7 win. Miller went 3 for 3 at the plate with 4 RBIs, including a 3-run home run. Koch added a hit and 3 RBIs. Benefield posted a hit and 2 RBIs, while Smith, Steed, Lambert, and O'Neill each added an RBI in the win. And that wraps up sports for today. After the break, we'll bring you 4 stories in under 4 minutes, including mock interviews at Holly Pond High and the Cullman Tribune Pet of the Week. Welcome back. Now it's time to speed things up with a news rundown. 4 stories in under 4 minutes. Cullman County Economic Development was at Holly Pond High School Wednesday, assisting with mock interviews for the senior class. The CCED team and several volunteers from area industry and organizations interviewed students, providing constructive and encouraging feedback to Cullman County's future leaders. After several rounds of interviews, a first and second place male and female were named, and each earned a $500 scholarship. Wallace State Community College welcomed new members to the Sigma Kappa Delta and Mu Alpha Theta Honor Societies during the spring 2025 semester. Sigma Kappa Delta is the National English Honor Society for 2-year colleges and provides a variety of opportunities for advancing the study of language and literature, for developing skills in creative and analytical writing, for meeting outstanding scholars and professionals in the discipline of English, and for obtaining scholarships. Students invited to join SKD are required to have a minimum overall GPA of 3.3, have completed 1 college English course with a grade not lower than a B, and have completed at least 12 college credit hours. Mu Alpha Theta is a mathematics honor society for community colleges. MAT provides members with various avenues to showcase their mathematical knowledge and talents. while providing opportunities to learn from and interact with members across the United States. To qualify for membership in MAT, students must have completed Math 112 or higher with a GPA of 3.0 in the qualifying math class or classes. Take a moment to get to know Tulip, the Cullman Tribune Pet of the Week. Tulip is an Aussie Border Collie mix who is approximately 3 years old. This beautiful, sweet gal has low to medium energy and, according to her caretakers, is a delightful, dulcet girl who will melt your heart. Her Velcro-like personality demonstrates a need to be close to you, and she bounces all about with joy, displaying her gratitude for you and love of being outdoors. She loves to keep an eye on you, but is an extension of her loving personality. Tulip is a most perfect candidate for a companion dog. She's already spayed, meaning her adoption fee is just $35, which is not indicative of her worth. It includes her vaccines, wormer, general exam at the vet, and microchip. Visit the shelter at 935 Convent Road Northeast. It's open Monday through Friday from 9 to 3:30. Contact the Cullman County Animal Shelter at 256-734-5448 or Cullman Animal Shelter at co.cullman.al.us. Hanceville senior Karis Henderson has faced some adversity in her life, but thanks God for helping her along the way. Now she wants to help other people with their relationship with faith. Having gone to church her entire life, Henderson says she experienced roadblocks in having true faith, but says the Lord didn't let her soul rest until she made the decision to truly repent and believe in His love. This testimony is very important to her because she said it shows God's unconditional love and mercy. Henderson wants to continue sharing what she has learned from her experience with younger people as well. She says she prays that God will give her more opportunities to be a disciple. Henderson said she participated in a small mission trip where she stayed in Hanceville to work around the community and nursing home and has been given the opportunity by God to look at every day as going into the mission field. She looks forward to getting more opportunities to serve in other places. And that's your 4 stories in under 4 minutes. Now for a quick break before we look at the weather ahead and pay our respects with obituaries. I'll be right back after this quick message.
Cullman's in full bloom in the newest edition of Community Matters from the Cullman Tribune. Discover fresh dining spots, celebrate community connections, and meet local heroes making a real difference. From stunning sights to courtside lights, there's something for everyone to enjoy. Pick up your free copy around town or read it online today. Community Matters. Get to know your community.
Let's take a moment to pause and pay our respects to those who lost their lives this week as we turn to obituaries. A memorial service is incomplete at this time for James Milton Buddy Abbott, 80, of Hanceville. Graveside service for Kelton Franklin Harris, 79, of Crane Hill will be at 9 a.m. on Saturday, May 3rd at Livingston Chapel Cemetery. Lisa Strong passed away on Tuesday, April 29th. A private family memorial will be held at a later date. Terry Wayne Field, 66, of Colony, passed away on Saturday, April 26th. Funeral service will be at noon on Saturday, May 3rd at Hanceville Funeral Home Chapel. Burial will follow the service at Colony Community Cemetery. Visitation will be Friday, 5 to 8 p.m. at Hanceville Funeral Home. William Levon Harper, 73, of Cullman, passed away on Monday, April 28th. Mary Frances Brock, 79, of Cullman, passed away on Monday, April 28th. Visitation will be held on Saturday, May 3rd from 6 to 8 p.m. with a celebration of life service to follow on Sunday at 2 p.m. in the Moss Service Funeral Home Chapel. She will be laid to rest in Hopewell Cemetery. Our thoughts and prayers go out to their friends and families. Now let's take a look at your weather forecast. Today will be partly sunny with a high near 83 and a 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms mainly after 2 p.m. Tonight, showers are likely and possibly a thunderstorm with a low around 63. Friday will be partly sunny with a 70% chance of showers and thunderstorms with a high near 81 and a low around 62. That wraps up today's edition of Cullman Today. Thank you for sharing your morning with us, and remember to stay connected by following us on social media and visiting CullmanTribune.com for the latest from our community. We'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning at 6:30 a.m. I'm Christine Wiggins with Cullman Today. Have a great day, Cullman.